Okay, Jeff, we're starting at the back of the tank. This is the cleaning section that we've discussed. The hood is here, my LED hood. That's my skimmer. This is the air hose for my skimmer. I just have it back here because that's where I run it. That's what it looks like. It's dirty. There is green monkey stuff inside. My cup. Pretty. That's the fan that comes on with the lights usually, but it's noisy, so I turn it off sometimes. And it's not really that hot, so it's not really necessary. This is my refugium. That's the light. My stand's broke, so I made little wooden blocks for it. That is Callirpa. And that is Cheeto. See the difference? Looks like a big ball of Brillo pad, but green. Cheeto, big, leafy. There's rocks in there too, but you see the difference. Anyway, there's my temperature gauge. That's my auto top off. That's the hose for my auto top off right there, where the water comes in. Those are the switches, two of them, just for redundancy in case one goes out. My heater. There's my container for my auto top off. This is one side of my aquarium. My clownfish, my NEMS, my pump that comes on with a switch, my rotating hydroflows are behind there somewhere. Yay. That big thing on the other side of the anemone is an LPS. See how big the polyp is? Those are zoos. See? No skeleton. Those trumpet corals. Each one of them is a head, and they're kind of big, so an LPS. That's an LPS because it has a stony base. That's my pulsing zinnia. Can't focus on it right for some reason, but you see it's pulsing like crazy. That's a bumpy mushroom right there. It's a hammer or a torch, I don't know. Let's see, I think it's a hammer because the shape of the heads are sort of hammer-like, but they're very similar. That's Wilfred. That's a snail. Those are some zoos. More zoos. Lots more zoos. More zoos. I don't know what that is. It's some sort of coral that crusts over. It's orange and green. That purple and blue green thing is my Favia. Zeus from a different angle. My clam. That's like a toadstool with green hands on it. You see that purple stuff on the rock right there? That's the snowflake coral. There is my coral banded shrimp. He likes to hang upside down. There's more zoos. It's my dendro. That's a Ricordia, which is basically a bumpy mushroom. It's a softie, whereas that is an LPS because that is all stony. He's mostly sucked in right now. He's much bigger when he's out. His tentacles look a lot like the anemone, only they're yellow. That's the same as that, and they're called akins. That's a very small one. That's a bigger one, of course. Oh, my little frag rack right there. Those are my only two SPS. The one on the far side is a bird's nest. That is a I forget what it's called, but it's an SPS. That's another Ricordia, identical to that one. It just split off and it wasn't attached to nothing, so I put a net around him and stuck him on a frag rock. He will eventually attach himself to that rock. All that net is it's made up of, I just cut up a loofah and I use the netting to wrap stuff up when I want to do that. I don't use it a lot, but I do it sometimes. Here's Wilfred again. He moved around. Apparently he's a camera hog. There's Pinky. So you can see underside. That's the skeleton. Those are the polyps, LPS. Same thing back there, just bigger polyps. That's my green star polyp. It just sort of green encrusts over stuff. There's my other spinning head. I need to clean it out. It's got some hair algae in there. That is my my power head that I use. Like I said, they don't have an intake. They just blow like a fan, so you don't have to worry about stuff getting stuck in them. That's my frag rack. It's basically a little glass cleaning thing that I glued the egg crate to. Works really good for sticking stuff on you and don't know where else to put it. I don't know where to put those right now, so that's where they're at. Some more zoos there. There's a mushroom that's just sort of floating around the tank. So, I don't know what a quadricrolite is. It's an LPS, but I don't know what it is. That's one big polyp. It's definitely big. I created that cave when I put that new rock in. That rock were as white as that when I first put them in. They've since been covered up in green stuff. I put that rock in 2 days ago, and it's starting to get some stuff on it. But eventually it'll all be covered up with different colored purples and stuff like that rock. That's about all I got for now. That's my cave in case. That's what I call my helmet rock. See, that one rock is sort of shaped like a cave, and it kind of goes like a helmet. I have zoos growing on top of it and stuff, but it's kind of shaped like a helmet. And I have it sitting on top of another rock, and the animals live in there. And there's some shrimp, and there's my coral banded shrimp is in there right now. My clownfish sometimes go in there. So I stirred up some sand when I was cleaning the glass a minute ago, so that's why stuff's floating around the tank. But I got lots of different colored zoos. They're pretty. Can't see the colors very good on the camera. But there's some purples and blues in there. And some more purples and blues down there. Some oranges. Those are those zoos right there. They're not out right now, but they have like concentric circles on them. Look like kind of bullseyes. That's all. Bye.